everybody, it's Liz. Okay, so tonight's topic is how to meet friends. But before we get started, let's talk about wine. Okay, so what I'm drinking tonight, I love. It is from Cooper's Hawk. It's this GSM2. If you're a red wine drinker, ladies, this is really a good one. It's full-bodied, and it feels really good in your mouth. It has like that really full flavor, and like it's, okay, hang on. It kind of rolls around in there. It's kind of thick. It's delicious. However, a really great one that's a little bit lower price point that I love is 19 Crimes. It's a wonderful red blend, and we're going to talk more about that when we actually have a wine night where we're talking about wine. Tonight, though, we're talking about how to meet girlfriends when you're new to a new location. But before we move on to that topic, I know you guys are dying to know, how did Liz get out of her dress? I know, I was wondering that myself once I'm making that video, and I'm like, how am I gonna get out of the dress? So luckily I went next door and my friend Megan was home, knocked on the door, got unzipped. True story. Okay, so enough of that. So how do you meet people when you're new to a city? There's, a bunch of different ways to do that, I suppose. And it depends, like if you're in a big city or a smaller city, it's easier if you have kids. I think you guys will agree with me because you start doing events where your kids are involved and then you become friends with parents. But for us women who are here alone, it's harder to meet friends. So, and also if whatever age that is, if you don't have kids, it's harder to meet people. So my first piece of advice is to, what is my first piece of advice? I think it's to join like meetups. They're not hookups. They're meetups. And it is an awesome app that has different things that you can do in the area where you live. And it's all over the country. It's just not in big cities. It's everywhere. I joined the Embassy Wine Tasting Group. Hello. Which has been really great because I met some other like-minded women who were at these embassy events. And I've met some good friends there. Another idea. And also I did the Writers Who Eat. They have a runners club. They have, yoga, whatever you're into, you can find these meetups, which is really cool. But let's say you live in a city that doesn't really have that, but you're a working woman. And a great idea, you guys, whether you are a mom or just single, whatever it is to organize something with your coworkers. And so many people just aren't ready to reach out there, but you can be that person. So what we did at my office here was we do have a dining thing where we are eating our way down King Street, which is in Alexandria, Virginia, and there's lots of little restaurants. So we're kind of going down the street like every Tuesday to do this. Well, the key is to make sure you have a set date and then you stick with that, because the other women in your group who might have kids or other commitments then can work around, hey, Tuesday night is our night that we're going to eat our way down somewhere. And even if you only have one restaurant in town, you can still make that be your Tuesday night thing. We just go out and socialize and talk girl talk and just have a wonderful evening. So meet up, not hook up, and co-workers, good ideas. All right, next is, let's see, we did that, what's another way? So another way that I've met people is to, this has been really hard for me. Wait, let me talk about this one first. Book clubs. Oh my gosh. So check out your local library and see if they have book clubs available or what activities they have there, because there's some really awesome things that you can do. I know it sounds crazy. I joined a book club, and I also reached out to my sorority. And if you're not in a sorority, that's okay. There's other ways you can reach out. But I just happened to join my sorority book club, which has been great. Like-minded women, my age, sharing books. It's great. And I have something to do once a month on the second Saturday night, which is awesome. So book clubs are great, but check your local library, you guys, because they have, in any town, they have great opportunities for people to come together and talk about books or learn new things. So make sure you check that out, because it's a great way to meet people and learn something new. Okay, so we've done the Meetup app. We've done book clubs. We have talked about something else that I can't remember right now. And now wine tastings. Those are great. Like if you have a little local place in your area that does wine tastings on Saturdays or Sundays. I met a very good friend at Suzanne at one of the wine tastings. We were just there trying out the wine. We started chatting. We both figured out that we're the same age. We were both single, and we just became friends. So someone else to do something with. Speaking of wine tasting, that leads me into the last one, which is meeting people at bars. I know that sounds odd, right? But I always think of that Billy Joel song, Piano Man. I don't know if you know, if you're not familiar with that, please listen to that. But there's a lyric in there that says, they're sharing a drink they call loneliness, but it's better than drinking alone. And I feel that's so true, clearly, as I'm drinking alone this evening. But you guys are with me, so it's not I'm alone. Yay! Thank you. So anyway, But so I met a really good girlfriend there, Kelly. She was there. It was July 3rd, 2017, right? July, the next day I had nothing to do. And I was like, oh my God, I don't want to sit in my house. So I went down to this little place called the Tune In. I was hanging out at the bar, which was very awkward. But Kelly was sitting there as well. She was chatting to some other people. We just kind of started a conversation. We found out we had a lot in common, and then we've become friends ever since. So you can meet people in various locations, but you really need to put yourself out there and just go for it. And like, it's hard, you guys. Clearly I'm making videos because I'm lonely, but I do feel like I've done a pretty good job of meeting people and trying to make those connections. But here we are. So cheers. Thanks for being with me. Our next topic, I know you're gonna love it. We're gonna talk about what we see on dating apps that guys do. We're gonna put together a Google Doc about what we like and what we don't like, and somehow I'm gonna get it out there because I'm tired of looking at men holding dead fishes. Seriously, ladies, you might like that, but I'm like, why would you think I wanna see that? I'm still perplexed. But we'll let them know where we stand on many topics. So looking forward to talking to you tomorrow night, and I hope you'll join in with the Google Doc and give your opinion. All right, thanks everybody. Talk to you later. And yeah, thanks. Oh, bye. And cheers.